Good evening, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is January 5th, 2024. Here is another weekly edition, first week of January. Pretty bloody, right? So look at the candles here. It's all red except today. Today we had job number. Number was kind of like a hot job number. So we had better than expectation. Everything was okay for the job market, but that was kind of like a January. When we get a deep dive into this, we noticed that still inflation is high and still the labor market is kind of like a shaky. So we will give market benefit of doubt, but right now, market is holding off for now as we just closed the weekly candle red for the first week of the January. So let's move on to S&P 500 weekly chart and see what exactly tells us. So here is the weekly chart. And as you remember, when I came up with the last video for the weekly analysis, I mentioned this area could be a potential bottoming formation for the next rally, right? So still this bottom is intact. However, I should say a bounce is coming. So this wide range bar here, especially in the daily time frame, we will get that to that one. We got into middle of this wide range bar, so that's why market bounced. We can see a bounce, but this bounce could be just selling opportunity as weekly momentum. It just shows us a dual back bear reversal to the downside. So as you see here, here is our a momentum indicator, and a momentum is just showing us bear reversal initiate this week. And look at the RSI. So RSI as well. So whenever we get into RSI overbought, regardless if we are in a bull market or bear market, this is obviously bull market. As you see here, we have low, we have high, we have higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. But even in this higher high, we will see some kind of like a corrective move. So this correction can initiate this week. And we just nailed the top here. And I should say we are pretty close to bounce, especially for next 2-3 days. I mean, like Monday, Tuesday. If you see a bounce or kind of like a sideways, that would be kind of like the scenario that I'm looking at. So weekly chart shows us we just beginning. We are at the beginning of the correction. So even if you see a bounce, you shouldn't just say as okay, the correction is over, because that bounce could give us another selling opportunity all the way to 4,500 to 45.33. So that's the level that I'm looking for. These two tops, this is a breakout level, and market is gonna backtest this area, which is coming along to this trend line as well. So this is a low, October low. So this is another March low. And here's another October low. So we just stop hunted below this trend line, recaptured nicely. Still, this trend line is valid. It is shaky, but it is valid. So the fourth time we're getting there here. So that is very, very interesting to see how market is going to react. So the level is going to be 45 to 45.33. Okay, so that's based on the weekly chart. If we move on to daily chart, so daily chart shows us kind of like a special detail about what type of bounce we should expect and what happened after bounce. So this is the level that I am looking at. Momentum wise, we are pretty close to oversold condition. Also, we are seeing kind of like a nice hidden divergence between this low and this low. So whenever we see this, a bounce is coming. So don't be surprised if you see a bounce again Monday, Tuesday, especially for today's price action. It's first kind of like a long ledge doji here, which is kind of like a positive. 86 million traded for SPY. Not a bad volume for NFP. But if you see a bounce, the bounce shouldn't take long to see the failure. And the failure is coming to 47.45, 47.68. So that's the level that I'm looking for. The time is going to be probably 11th to 12th of January. We should see the top of this bounce, and or even further. And after that, we should see some kind of like a bear trend resumption, this corrective move all the way to this breakout consolidation, which is going to be 45.24 to to 45.80. So this is the level that I'm looking for, especially in the fourth week or first week of February. Should see the ultimate bottom, at least a decisive bottom for the market. So bounce is coming and then follow through with another corrective move to the downside. So don't be surprised. I'm kind of like expecting something like that. As I said, momentum daily is showing we are pretty close to oversold condition. However, weekly chart tells us still we are at the bear trend or corrective move to the downside. Moving on to the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq, let me start with weekly. Pretty sharp sell-off, right? So this is the sharp sell-off. The same scenario here. Look at the momentum. Our momentum indicator shows pretty nicely bear reversal to the downside. So we should expect 2 to 3 weeks, at least 2 to 3 week corrective move is coming. And the level for this could be some kind of like a 15,500 to 16,000 area, which is coming along to this breakout level, SMA 20, top of these two pivots here. So that's very, very good area for retest, all right? So that's the weekly chart, but daily chart tells us exactly the same thing as S&P 500. We are in an oversold condition. Bull reversal is coming probably in Monday, Tuesday. Nice hidden divergence here between these two lows. So everything is ready for a bounce. And this bounce when is coming, should see some kind of like getting to here to 16,500 to 60,600 or even 700 could be kind of like the area for next sell-off all the way to here. So we will see how it goes. And this sell-off is going to be 15,000 to 15,900. So 15,500 to 15,900. Even lower could be a possible scenario. I'm not there yet, but if you see some kind of like a deeper corrective move to this demand area, shouldn't be surprised at all. Moving on to US 30, which is Dow Jones. So Dow is outperforming. As you see here, we're just showing kind of like a dark cloud candle here compared to the other one. So this dark cloud candle forms at the top, and momentum-wise, we just saw a bear reversal on a weekly basis. So this weekly basis shows pretty nice momentum to the downside. So this is very, very interesting to see how Dow is going to react. And if it goes down, I should say 35,600 could be a potential scenario for end of the corrective move, or at least target for the correction. Here is the daily chart. Still, we are not in oversold condition. So this means Dow is just started. So corrective move is started. If you see a bounce in Nasdaq and also S&P 500, it doesn't mean that bounce is going to be strong for Dow. Probably Dow is going to be a choppy consolidation. Next phase of sell-off is going to be like this, and then getting back to the upside. So we are kind of like in a better shape for a Dow Jones. Look at the price action, look at the movement. This means money is coming out from technology, going into heavy value stocks, right? Like a financials, like healthcare, and like energy. So we will get into the details for those sectors, but this means Dow still is outperforming, all right? Moving on to gold, which had a very, very volatile day today. So gold with NFE, it just came all the way down to here and then sharply moving back up, then sell off. So this is a very, very doji. If you were on short or long, I should say, you had a very, very hard time today. So this is interesting to see how gold is forming a doji. I should say another deep down to here to 2000, 2010 could be a great buying opportunity for the next rally. I should say gold for next 2-3 weeks, we should see some kind of a choppy price action. This means a weekly chart is getting ready for a nice parabolic move to the upside to new all-time high. We just position ourselves on a long side, and I believe gold can outperform the market nicely, at least for the first half of 2024. Moving on to crude, pretty bullish day today, so not a bad candle at all. So crude still, as I said, still on my call, 76 is going to be decisive. So if it goes above 76, pullback, great buying opportunity for 82, even higher, 84. But if it goes below this candle, which is going to be a 66, 68, that is very, very ugly. It can go down. Right now, crude is in no man's land. I wouldn't touch it. Formation is bullish though. So don't get me wrong. If you are on the bull side, I will give you a credit to be risky, because if it goes above this, ideally above 76, as I said, the pattern is shows kind of like a reverse head and shoulder descending. And again, look at 76. If it goes above 76, I'm just repeating myself. If it goes above 76, it's going to be a very, very good bullish momentum to the upside. Moving on to individual names, starting with Bitcoin. So let me go down to Bitcoin chart first. We will get back to yield. So Bitcoin at the doji bar, this dragonfly doji on the top, still in this consolidation phase. If it goes below 40,000, 33 to 36 to 37,000 is coming. Bounce coming to 31,000 for a great buying opportunity. If it rips up to the upside, I should say Bitcoin can go higher and higher. So still, I'm working on the target. I should say Bitcoin can be a good buying opportunity after correction, not now. So this correction can give us all the way to 56 again. So we will see how it goes with Bitcoin. Moving on to yield, which had a pretty volatile day today. So this is a Treasury US government bond yield, and we had very, very volatile. As you see here, it just getting close to 4.50%, even touched it, and then coming back down sharply. Dragon, kind of like a long ledge doji, 4.38%, still looking for choppy, sloppy, but it can go all the way up here to 4.60. And that would be kind of like, I should say, the end for, because that would be kind of like the stock market probably bottom, and this can go lower and lower. So I should say yield is topped here in 2023, can go lower as well. Treasury coming down today regardless of yield. So moving back down, not a bad corrective move at all. So we need this correction for a next buying opportunity. 91 to 93 is going to be my level. VIX is coming down sharply today. This means bounce is coming. So this is another confirmation for bounce. So if it goes here, $12 area, 12.50, that's going to be a good buying opportunity, because the next pullback to the downside is going to be a great in the stock market for VIX, because VIX can move higher. Dixie coming up today, just slightly higher. It goes to this wide range bar, coming back down, still in this consolidation phase, 1 or 2. I'm not expecting Dixie goes above this, so I'm expecting Dixie can stay here for kind of like a short period of time, I should say 2 or 3 weeks, and then getting back to the downside momentum. Moving on to magma indicator, which is forming a bearish consolidation right now. So even if it's bounce, it's going to be a very, very shallow, not a strong bounce, and then coming back down to the bear momentum. Moving on to Apple, you see that Apple doesn't care about the market. It's just going down, lots of downgrades. Apple is in trouble. And probably that's going to be a good trouble, because we finally can get in to Apple. Apple is 150 to 157. I should say that's going to be a good area for buying opportunity. I'm just waiting for this one a long time. And even lower, that would be a great, great, great buying opportunity. So we will see how it goes. Amazon, 67 cents up today. Not a bad price action. Still dealing with this consolidation. If it consolidates here, it can go lower to this area. So probably market bounce could be a consolidation for some stocks. Meta uptick today. So Meta is doing very well. So starting bounce already 2 weeks in a row. 2 days in a row. Green candle, 351. It can retest this high, even higher, but can go down as well when everything is getting back to the bear side. Microsoft, you see that this is weak, this is lagging, this is not leading. So seems like like Apple is going to be a second Apple. Microsoft can go all the way down to here, 340 to 360. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to Google. Google is down as well, 66 cents down. Netflix, this is a bounce. This is type of the bear flag that I'm looking at. If it goes below 462, it can go lower. Tesla, the bounce is here, and I should say this doji can kind of like a formulate to 248 to 52, and then coming back down again. So we will see how it goes. Semiconductors, kind of like the helper for the market after ugly week. It's just going back up again. So semi is still, this chart is damaged. I should say be careful with this one, because if it goes maximum to this level, 172, 172 could be the final target for a sell. And I'm just looking for that one. Stocks, the same pattern. It can go to 560, can go down. TSM, 48 cents up. Not a bad session. Bearish consolidation, probably slightly higher to 100 to 101, then it can go down. AMD, $2.57 up today, not a bad price action. NVIDIA, $10.99 up. Texas Instruments, 63 cents up. Lam Research, $1.32 up. You see that this one doesn't have any momentum at all. Moving on to financials, which are holding up pretty well. So that's why this is one of the reasons Dow Jones is pretty strong. Look at the momentum here since October. Bottom here, momentum is not falling at all. Even it doesn't touch SMA 20. It's just going all the way up to the roof. KBE, 46 cents up. But this one can go down to 41 to 42, 38, 39. KR is 61 cents up. Not a bad price action at all. JP Morgan still, I should say JP Morgan touched another new all-time high today. I'm not sure. I even double top, but this is pretty strong. It's due for corrective move to 156. That would be great for buy. Goldman Sachs, $3.49 up. Bank of America, 63 cents up. And Wells Fargo, 64 cents up. Not a bad price action at all. Moving on to gold miners, which were kind of like on pause today. So this is not good. We want to see some kind of like a bullish momentum getting back to the upside. So we will see if gold is going higher, gold miners can go higher as well. So gold miners are following gold, which is okay for now. So we don't want to see them lagging. They are just following right now. GDXJ, the same pattern though, still shaky. AEM, 5 cents positive. Newmont, 22 cents positive. Franco-Nevada was the weakest one, but still in this bullish consolidation. I'm not sure if it's gonna break through to the upside. If it goes higher, that would be great, especially for next 2-3 weeks. Gold Barrick, 14 cents up, not a bad price action. XLE, energy sector, after yesterday momentum to the downside, regardless of crude, XLE doesn't have momentum. So this is kind of like a warning for crude. XOP, 52 cents up. Look at the momentum here. Momentum is not good. We need to go above 140. OH, $3.36 better. Exxon, 31 cents up, and Chevron, 26 cents down even. So this means Chevron is losing its momentum. Again, energy stocks, they are not following crude, which is warning sign for crude. Okay, I think I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.